Thank you all for coming for our exhibition. I am Firdos Varyava and I am the third generation of this family business, which is now 100 years old. And as you may know, we started during the freedom movement. That time there was Mahatma Gandhi's call for Swadeshi and to manufacture things in India. So my grandfather had started this company with the goal of being Atmanirbhar in manufacturing of tiles. And he was a entrepreneur and he had in fact started many companies apart from Bharat Tiles. But this company is one that has survived because of what we do. What we do is that we manufacture handmade cement tiles using a very old process which is almost 100 years, which is 100 years old itself. And using this process we give employment to so many people, like we employ almost 150 people at the factory, we employ another 200 people who go and install the tiles. We are keeping alive many traditional floors, many traditional kind of materials, and the whole goal of this company is that we should popularize and make relevant again these traditional kind of methods. Because right now if you see everything that is being done in the construction space is very industrial. You know, everything is about mass, there's too much of mass production. Then handmade element has gone. You know, nowadays if you see even own houses, that element of having the handmade windows, the carvings, those small things which used to make the own house special, those are slowly dying, and we want to ensure that these things don't go away. We want to be here, we want to make it more handmade, keep alive the old traditional crafts. So like if you see, you know, like our favorite things are things like laterite stone, cement, red oxide, you know, mother of pearl. These are so many things which used to be a big part of Goan culture and our country's heritage, and we want to preserve that. So in our 100 years, what we have done is that while we do focus on also creating the heritage tiles and the traditional things, but we also give it a more special modern touch sometimes. Like if you see, we have ranges of tiles, like for instance, this range of tiles is inspired by the sand and the sea of Goa. So this is a new design. We also have a lot of old designs, like this design was made in the Raj Bhavan in Goa. So while the tiles are new, but the design is almost a century old, called the Inverlochy design. For like bungalows and things like that, we have like more modern things, but which also have a touch of the old style. Then we have done like a huge order for this Doubletree Hilton in near Panaji, which was one of the most massive orders for any handmade tile company. But it shows that, you know, even though we are traditional and handmade, but you can still do big projects. It's not that one has to be constrained and say that no, you know, only small projects. So like this is another heritage project which we did, which was restoring the St. Anthony's Church at Seolim. And if you see the tiles, they have a very traditional look, but at the same time they're very beautiful also. So right behind you now what I have is this Cabinet of Curiosities. So we want you to see the Cabinet of Curiosities which is behind you. We would like you to explore it. And you know, Komal here has worked very hard for almost 2 years. She has worked to get all this historical material, and she has made this beautiful art piece. And really give her compliments for her hard work. She's worked with historians. She has dug out things from all over the world. Actually, you will be surprised that this cement tile industry is not just Indian. It is all over the world, and a lot of the things that we were doing in the past, those things have gotten recognition even abroad. Like for instance, if you see Marine Drive in Bombay, it is a Art Deco district, and this has gotten recognition abroad also. So, you know, while we feel that, you know, India is alone sometimes, but people do recognize what beautiful things we have. So Goa has beautiful things. I mean, Indian architecture has many amazing marvels which are being recognized all over the world as well. And we are very happy that we have had a small part to play in all these historical events. So I'll let Komal show you this, and then after that we can go inside. We have a new range of tiles which you all are actually the first people to see. And I'll give you a little surprise. I myself have not seen those tiles because as you saw, we were like unpacking everything till the last minute. So the tiles have literally come from the factory. They've been unpacked and kept over there, and all of us will see together. So, Komal, if you can show them the cabinet.
So I was just checking where we have actually whatever material we have found out from the research from 2018 onwards till now. For the past 100 years of our company has been put together, and we have worked with our archive company who have collaborated with us for the same. So this section, when you see, it's the Swadeshi enterprise. It's the, the owners. This what you see here is our first factory in Uran in 1922, which we started off from. And Uran was across the Bombay harbour, where it was very difficult for people to go there. So they used to use these machwa boats, which are there, you can see in the pictures here. And these are the three founders. He is Firozshah Sidhwa, he is Firdausa's grandfather. He was his friend. So we started the company for economic independence. The family was a lawyer. They were from the lawyers' thing. So Rustam Sidhwa, Firozshah Sidhwa and Jamshed Sidhwa, they were the founders. They started the company. And here what you see is the office from the 1972. This photo you see that how it looked. The same office is there in 1980, and this is just shot this year. So we are still functioning in the same office in Mumbai, which is in the governor's mansion. What you see is one of the oldest molds from the 1920s, and this particular mold, we started the heritage tile making in 1922, and in 30s there was a entire change of aesthetics. People wanted to do terrazzo tiles. So this production stopped. But we, as a company, in 1999, when the first Kala Ghoda exhibition happened, we actually revived this style, and we again started the production after so many years. So that's how we got this first. The owner of the company actually went and found out the old molds from the factory and then tried to see how they are produced. We'll go more to the next section. So here what you see is steel cement, and every tile is handmade here in Bharat Floorings. So it's actually a poured cement art. It's a colored cement art. So what you see are the various steps of how the tile is made. And here what you see are some restoration projects. This is the synagogue in Mumbai. Here is the Royal Bombay Yacht Club. This is the old cathedral school. And this is the actual tile which was placed in the school. So a very interesting thing that Mrs. Dilnawaz Varyava, who is Firdausa's mother, and Almitra is Mrs. Varyava's sister. She used to stay in the building which was actually made by the owners of the company. She had this tile, the same tile in her home, and she has actually written a poem about it. So afterwards, once you all take the interview, you can actually hear the poem if you would like to. This is actually the old catalog from the 20s. We have recreated it, and you can actually read the old address. So this is one of our archive material. And these are different, we're just trying to show different tile designs that we can create, and there are multiple combinations and permutations. Art Deco buildings in Mumbai, the Oval Maidan and the Marine Drive stretch which Firdaus sir mentioned were tiled with terrazzos. Now it is in vogue back again from the 1920s. And here we tried to actually, what you see is the Walk of Fame here, and we have actually, made this entire just for touch and feel. And these are the floors from 1920s and 30s. What you see?
To do is that a lot of buildings used to fall down. They used to take the buildings to crush the waste of the building, and they used to make into terrazzo. You can literally make terrazzo out of any waste material. So it's one of the most eco-friendly things. And if you look at some of the products here, like for instance, this glass is actually from beer bottles, like Kingfisher bottles. We used to have some other. This is also, I think, beer bottle, antiquity bottle, and this is all waste marble. So normally what happens is that when in the posh homes, you have the marble which is being made, but a lot of it is wasted. Actually, almost 10 to 20% of the marble is always wasted. They cut little bits and they throw it off. So that whatever is thrown off, that can be crushed into these chips and they can be made into tiles. So that is one of the reasons why it's been a very enduring flooring. And the other good news is that once it is made into this kind of flooring, it will last for 100 years. Like the first floor that my grandfather ever laid in 1922, it is still in existence. Even now after 100 years, you can still walk on that floor. So that's one of the things about cement. It's very long lasting. And he didn't sit still, but he passed away at quite an early age of about 70. From Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, sure. What?
It is against the line.
Okay.
So we can take one of the panels and
No, so then let's go against the Centenary tiles. Yeah, we can do that. We'll do that. Yeah. Sounds good. Correct. We'll do Rustam and Firoz Shah. So this is my grandfather. That was his brother. And Firoz Shah was studying to become a lawyer. And so he met a freedom fighter whose name was Jamshed Mehta. So Jamshed Mehta told him that you don't become a lawyer because lawyers are in plenty. But industry is not there in this country in 1922. So we should start something which is of our local manufacturing. We should be Swadeshi. So my grandfather said, but I'm not an industrialist. I don't have any money or anything. I don't even know what you're talking about. So grandfather, he was pretty sick. He had fallen sick during his life. He had like a lung problem and all that. So after he passed away, the company was run by my grandmother Temina, and being a woman in 1970s, she kind of like braved a lot of hardships, and she kept the company going, and really passed on the legacy to the next generation, which was by the way my mother.
yeah.
So there was a strong women leadership also in the company. Said that you all are importing the tiles and you all are saying that this is Indian. So they wanted to shut down the company, so they filed a lot of cases against the company. So my grandfather fought the cases. He went, he took people to the factory, he showed them, look, we are making these same tiles what you get abroad in India. And then obviously they had to accept defeat. Right now we have 8 branches in India, and we also now in Dubai. We just opened in Dubai.
So where are these in India? Eight branches.
We have Mumbai, Goa,
Delhi.
Bangalore, Delhi, Hyderabad,
Chennai,
Kerala, and
Delhi, you said.
Pune also.
Pune, yes.
Pune.